Hey guys, what's up? It's Steady Me. Alright, first off, I just gotta say this. And I'm gonna do it again. And I could also do it again and again and again if I wanted to, but I don't want to waste all y'all guys' time. So anyways, let's talk about the new episode of iCarly tonight, iSam's Mom. It was awesome! And it was so funny! And I loved every minute of it, okay? For two reasons. One, Jane Lynch was amazing, and she was just playing awesome as Sam's mom in it, okay? I'll talk about that more later. But also, for Freddie, okay? Nathan, this is the best performance of Freddie I've ever seen, and his lines and the stuff he went through tonight, it was awesome. The subplot was great, okay? So first off, let's talk about the first scene. You see Carly and Gibby and Freddie up in the studio, and Carly talks about Freddie's clothes. Talk about his pants that he got at tweenpants.com. That site's not real. You go right to iCarly.com if you try to search there. But they're talking about Dr. Lobster, Gibby's little whole part for the web show, and Carly decides to cut that out. But anyways, then Sam comes barging in. She comes in and she's basically rambling on about her mother. And just another little argument they've gotten into again about wanting, I think Sam wanted fried chicken and her mother didn't want to go out and get her any. So, and it's funny because the whole time her and Carly are talking, Freddie's got the camera rolling and he's just like, he's going and they're all like, alright, well, better start the show. And Freddie's like, show started 15 seconds ago. And they're all just like, oh, hey, welcome to iCarly. That was so funny. Okay, that line right there from Freddie made me laugh so much. The way Nathan delivered it, that was perfect. And it's just, I loved it. And also, the opening titles. I loved them all. Now, some fans who on Twitter said that there was a bunch of SETI in the opening titles, and I will agree that I saw a few SETI moments in a SETI spanking scene, and that scene, well, I saw that scene when I went to the set. Okay, that scene's gonna be in the episode that I saw. So I've seen that episode, but it was hard to keep secret. Well, no, it wasn't hard to keep secret because that was easy for me. But it's basically, I'm not gonna give you anything else, but that's definitely, it was a funny scene to watch. I definitely didn't expect to see it, but anyways, so they had that scene in there. Also, along with other new scenes of the whole season, and definitely, the season's going to be exciting, I can tell from it, because I'm really looking forward to it, because they're kind of getting the season rolling starting tonight, because in a few weeks we've got another episode, and then another episode, and they just keep coming from now on. So that's going to be awesome. But anyways, so you got the show, you got back after the promos, all those awesome credits, we basically got, oh, and I just blanked out. Well, anyway, dude. This is so bad. Oh, wait, here, okay. You've got Freddie and you've got Gibby in the groovy smoothie. And basically I guess they're like hanging out. I don't know what really they're doing, just meeting there. And there's two girls that come in and Freddie's showing Gibby his new spy glasses. Which they have a video camera in them to record everything. And Gibby's showing off for the camera, really weird, doing everything kind of funny. But anyways, so Freddie and Gibby are watching them order, and all of a sudden this dude comes running into the building, pushing everybody out of the way, jumps over the counter, shoves T-Bo out of the way, and grabs the money and runs out. He just basically robs the groovy smoothie. And Gibby goes after him, but then comes running back in like a little baby. I mean, that was so funny. But it ended up that Freddie caught the whole thing on his camera. And so later on, when a news crew comes to the groovy smoothie, T-Bo, they're interviewing T-Bo, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't see him. That dude right there did." And Freddie's like, "No, I had nothing to do with this." It's like, "Yeah, you're Freddie Benson. Yeah, you did. You saw the guy. You recorded him." And everybody's like, "No, I had nothing to do." And Freddie just takes the camera. And he's like, "I had nothing to do with this story. I had nothing to do with it." And the girl comes over. He's like, "Hey, you're Freddie Benson. You live in Bushville Plaza, 8D." And he's like, "No." And he's like, "I'm dead." And I love that. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, I have to give applause to Nathan. That whole scene right there, it made me laugh so much because it's basically, it was Freddy. He was being so, he basically freaking out then, and Freddy's mother takes things into action, and she hires a bodyguard for him by the name of Gunsmoke. Interesting name. And he basically is protecting Freddy. And when her and Miss Benson, basically, Freddy moves into Carly's apartment because since the criminal knows where he lives, Carly notices that Freddy's he's a little bulked up, and Carly's like, "You've been working out?" And Freddy's like, "I've been working out, milk, yeah." And Carly rips open his shirt and is like, nice sports bra, and it's a bulletproof vest. And Miss Benson, and she just takes these things to extreme, but you gotta admit, she's awesome. Miss Benson is awesome. But anyways, let's get back to the main plot of the story, Sam's mom. So anyways, we meet Sam's mom when she comes over to Carly's apartment, because by this time, Sam has moved in with Carly because she couldn't take it anymore with her mother. She just moved out. So they're basically arguing, and they end up ripping the whole place apart when they're fighting. So Carly decides to trick them into going to a therapist, and if you look on the building in the episode again, you'll see the building is P. Schneider, psychiatrist. Schneider's name in there, Dan Schneider's name. He's in there. That was awesome. He talked about that in the fun facts. If you haven't read them, you gotta check them out on his blog. But anyways, so they're in counseling, and they get put in the therapy box, I think is what it's called. And it's basically a room that's got a bathroom in it, and they're basically locked in there until they can get along. And they end up fighting and yelling so much. And Carly comes back and she sees that they're still fighting, and so the therapist just pushes her in there, makes her talk to them, and she can't do anything, and she ends up having a panic attack, and she's like, and I love that. I have to say, Miranda was really awesome in that, and I don't know if she was faking it just to get out of the room or if that was real, because she did say she was claustrophobic, like, and I spaced out when she freaked out. But that whole scene was so awesome. I loved it. And in the end, Sam and her mom did make up. I don't know if they did it just to help Carly get out of the room, or whether they did it for themselves. But I was glad to see them hug. I don't know if it's a real hug or they're gonna be friends and all, but I was just glad it happened. And and I mean, it's just all glad that they're friends again. And at the end, and in the meantime, Spencer had it with Gunsmoke and Miss B and Freddy, because Gunsmoke attacked Spencer, knocking him to the ground with a slap. And that whole time, Freddy couldn't eat any pizza because Miss Benson was feeding him mushrooms, and and so Spencer had it, and he just went out, did a little rearranging to the sign on the apartment, and changed it from 8D to 8H, I think it was, yeah. And then just shoved everybody out of the apartment. And then at the end, you saw the criminal coming through the apartment with a hammer through the building, and he's looking 8H. Oh, that's not it. He goes down the hall to 8D, and Freddy peeks out the door, and he's like, he just goes back in and closes the door. I mean, that was so awesome, and that was the end of the episode. But I gotta say, Dan, this was an awesome episode. I loved it. The promos were awesome for it. It can never get old, okay? It can never get old. This is definitely one of my favorite episodes of the season. I loved it because Jane Lynch was awesome, okay? But anyways, I just loved it. I loved Jane Lynch. I loved Freddy's performance. I loved Sam. They all were great, okay? They were all awesome, and I just have to give them multiple applause for this, okay? Because it was just awesome. If you didn't see it, you gotta check it out. You gotta watch it again. Do something. Watch it tomorrow night or whatever. But that's about it for me. And there was no SETI in this episode, but I could definitely tell by the credits. I think there's gonna be some SETI in this season. I want your opinion. What did you think from the credits? What do you think will happen this season? Will it be exciting? Will there be SETI, credit? What do you think? I want your opinion. So I'll see you later, guys. And rock on, City Warriors. Rock on. Yes. Bye, guys.